Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. What's the hurry? The wind.
Life is short, so eat, drink, and be merry.
There's another one gone.
I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented traveler. We were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professor, we are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
First Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allow. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been... For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown
No. My research indicates that Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora, the world's first Mora, would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will that is, that the Lord of Geo used this original...
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become...
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a... The world's first Mora is probably just an
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks it.
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating...
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone...
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how...
That is correct in...
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce. I mean, I am...
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Of course. They can come if that's what
Life is short, so eat, drink, and be merry.
What's the hurry? How fortunate.
Life is short, so eat, drink, and be merry. Life is short, so eat,
That's another one
drink,
gone.
and be merry. Life is short, so eat, drink, and be merry.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that—
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No.
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long—
No, it's just...
Over here! Mr. ČŽUN Li! I've been looking for you! So you're over here—
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's were—
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological—
The Fatui say that every—
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named ČŽUN Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng—
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well,
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has—
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no—
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of an ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god— This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the god. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique—
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's—
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis, but due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis.
Indeed. This is where the value lies. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created—
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. Rich with archaeological— Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to—
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge—
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll—
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. to look for any marks.
Shine down!
Freeze! Dodge this!
To oblivion!
Cool it! Oh, so sorry! Freeze!
Let it rain.
Dodge this!
Illusion shattered!
Free! Dodge this! Freeze!
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Cool it!
Freeze!
There is no escape!
This world will be frozen in time. Dodge that! Don't push your luck. Cool it! What's the hurry?
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromimic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Cool it! Dodge this! What's the hurry?
Torn to oblivion!
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that!
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be...
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of...
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you.
So, it's only valuable for research if...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can... But you? You're just trying to use
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo...
Oh, by the way, you probably...
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the...
Ah, I see. What a shame.
See? You do want to sell these...
So what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so... All right then. No need to stay here any longer.
What's the hurry?
There is no escape!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Surrendering. Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of...
According to legend, the people of the God of... But this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and treasure...
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which, however, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid them... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of... I don't know, there's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure that the God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly...
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. ČŽUN Li with us. He looks like he knows just about everything.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr...
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. ČŽUN Li says so, follow me then. Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some when I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with it, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. But the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Zhueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this say.
Certainly you have. And the content to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by at that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land. And that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad then. In the end.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Zhueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. With this clue, you should be able to...
Illusion shattered! What's the hurry? Yeah! Cool! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Zhueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Come a little closer.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. ČŽUN Li is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless art.
Okay.
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between...
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of...
Well then, if the contract is not agreed, you will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long seal...
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly. Even...
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's...
Dodge this! Fascinating.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Freeze!
Try not to.
No one escapes my sight!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze!
Illusion shattered!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Freeze! Dodge this!
There is no escape!
Cool it! Freeze!
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin? Shine down!
Dodge this! Rise! Crumble!
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
It just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount...
Exactly.
able to produce endless salt. The god of...
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will...
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more?
Since we have a contract...
Then let's move on, shall we?
There is no escape!
Quake! Crumble! Rise! This is order. Quake!
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth any...
This, if I remember correctly, this is...
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper.
What? That's even better than the salt...
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I... And this girl has been useless. Why would she get any...
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break...
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I know... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I...
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts...
That is one of your Liyue gods.
...will suffer the wrath of...
Freeze!
Shine down!
Dodge this!
Prepare yourself.
Cool it!
No escape.
Dodge this!
Leaving so soon.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
No escape.
Push your luck.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into...
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Yeah, good thing Paimon...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, How many are really able to? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest.
That in truth, not a single member.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it,
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and we hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhang Li? You must just...
Naturally, of course. But come with me. All the...
Crumble! Quake! Rise! Crumble!
I will have order. Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Cool it. Dodge this. Cool it. Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Dodge this! What's the hurry? Cool it! Don't push your luck. Freeze! Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Freeze! Dodge this!
Quake!
This is a sword. Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. fight back against the evil more. The power of this sword surely is much greater. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world.
It does look...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are...
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause.
This logic!
Zhang Li, she seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhang Li!
That is to say, you can...
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her. Punish me however you want. Just let me take...
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment,
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start. However, during such a long war, after making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her
No!
In her last days, she had not even a
single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before.
Preposterous! You are a follower of...
Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but the... The story continues that some among her people realized at last that the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat.
But what about these statues?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are... Those who could not flee were thus trapped. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had... So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once...
This must be a lie. A false history. Don't you dare try to shake my...
Yikes. Zhang Li didn't show any mercy.
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's faith in a god who has already passed will... So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morak. All right then. Now, would you like to...
Huh? What do you want?
Treading old ground. One cannot help but be reminded of old... Now, I mentioned before that many gods of the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how history records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. I need to find a better way of recording history. Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone, immovable earth...
ЧЖУН Ли.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of...
Sounds like...
Now then, it is time that we consigned both...
Huh? Why do we need to throw them in...
As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Oh, sire, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.